It's review time. Activate Beast Morphers review. Unleash the review.
While you're here, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Also, check out and subscribe to my group channel, Comic Frontline, where the Frontline 6 come together every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for Frontline Live to discuss all the latest news in geek culture and our top 5 comics of the week. Continue the conversation on the Frontline Discord. Be sure to check out ComicFrontline.com for the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews, along with fun, unique features and daily updates. And don't forget to follow me, Comic Book Theater, Media Manus, and Comic Frontline on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Hey everyone out there, Ranger Nation. Welcome back to Comic Book Theater. Jay here with another Power Ranger Beast Morphers review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Season 1, Episode 14's episode, which is titled Sound and Fury. And yes, this is the debut of the Red Fury mode Ranger, Red Ranger, which is like a battleizer. So this story again has an A plot and a B plot. I'm gonna start with the B plot, which is the moral lesson of the story and all that stuff. And this week it's about Nate and Zoe. They've been liking each other from the very beginning. You know, we've seen moments where you see that, oh, she likes him, and moments where you're like, oh, he likes her, you know? So there's those moments there, and today in the episode, Nate is trying to look for an assistant because, you know, he's a ranger now and he can't, you know, be in the lab as much as he was. He's not in the lab as much as he was. He's hanging out with people. He's becoming a real person because, you know, Nate was like spent so much of his life isolated. He wasn't like fully socially developed, you know. So now he's being socially active. So he's getting out more, and he needs an assistant. So the assistant that comes up to him is one of the people that we see is named Megan, and she's very go-getting. She says that she knows everything out, you know, what everything is going to be like. You know, we see that she's very driven and career-oriented, which is not a bad thing, but she goes a little too far. Because not only does she want to be Nate's assistant, she seems to be wanting to take Nate's job. She wants to be the head of Power Ranger, you know, development in within Great Battle Force, which is, you know, not bad, but the way she's going about it is wrong. She goes about it as where she knows she may not have the job on lockdown. So when she sees Zoe and Nate innocently, you know, leaving the movie theater together as friends, she uses the chance to take footage and pictures and stuff and put it into the context of them dating, which is against the rules of Great Battle Force. Rangers cannot date. And she tries to blackmail Zoe with this. Zoe caves in, recommends her for the job, she gets the job, and then she sabotages the Cheetah Claws. And that is, you know, something that Nate finds out, and Nate confronts her when she's confronting the commander about it, and she's escorted out. She's fired for it. And the moral lesson of this is, you know, don't cheat to win because you're going to get caught, you know. So, I mean, I know it's about blackmail and all that, but essentially the overall moral lesson is, like, don't do the wrong thing to get, you know, stuff ahead. So that's that. And we also see that, you know, by the end, Zoe's like, I went to the movies because I thought you would be there. I heard you were going to be there, and I wanted us to have, like, you know, go to the movies together. To me, it was a date. And now they're having to deal with, you know, how do we go through with this when we're not allowed to date, you know? So that's going to be something that's interesting that plays off down the line. Now, the A story, of course, is the villain and the Ranger story. Some could say that was the B story. I always consider the Ranger part the A story, and, you know, wherever the teens go through are the B story because it's the backup story. So the A story is Blaze decides he's gonna send down his own version of Tuba, the Tubatron, and he powers him up with these things called Fury Crystals. Now there are 4 of them, and he puts one on the Tubatron 2.0 and sends them out against them. He's kicking all kinds of Ranger butt. He's breaking weapons with his blast. He's destroying a visor, which I love when they do the broken visors, like, because it shows like these Ranger suits aren't like impenetrable. You know, whenever you see damage to a suit, I always like it. And the helmets are the most damageable part of it, because you know you can see actual glass broken and stuff like that. So yeah, he's really taking it up a notch, and the Rangers fight him, Blaze, and they fight the Tubatron 2.0, and they get their hands on one of the Fury Crystals, and Nate takes it back to the lab and decides he can make it into the Red Fury mode. So he uses it, and they need to test it out, but they don't have a chance because of all the Megan stuff that happened. And they went and they tried to go and do it, and he's like, calls upon the extra key, the new key, and he puts it in, and he like morphs, and it's not coming out. Like it's like in transition, like it's like if you're on old dial-up internet, and it's like buffering. That's what it was like. His the transporter is buffering. So the Rangers have to go fight the Tubatron while he's getting it, and he finally gets on the Fury mode, the Red Fury mode, and he calls upon the beast, the Cheetah Claws, and he's slashing away, and he kicks Tubatron's butt, and everything's good. And also call upon the Tubatron 2.0. He comes down, and just a big Zord fight, and the Rangers win. That's it. And I liked it. I thought it was a really good episode. I thought it was a nice one. It was interesting seeing that we got a villain who was a human, and there was no she has to be underneath a spell, or she's really she's really Roxy in disguise. It's no. This is just a human who is driven by human greed and human flaws, and it was cool to have that. She was fired because she went about things the wrong way. So I like that. I like that it shows that humans are flawed. Not everyone's perfect. Not everyone's rangerly, in the universe. And I like that. And not everyone's a supervillain. Sometimes it's just people who do crappy things, because that's the way the world is. People are crappy sometimes. But I like that they did that. And then I also like the romance between Nate and Zoe. I think that's a cool romance. And it also mirrors what happened with Roxy and Robbie. So I'm interested in seeing how that plays out later on down the line. Love the new Battleizer form, the Red Fury mode. It looks really cool. It's sleek. It's not too bulky. So I think Hasbro did a great job coming out with their first original Battleizer. So I'm waiting for that. It's a shame they don't actually call it a Battleizer, like, the Battleizer Red Fury mode, something like that, or Red Fury mode Battleizer. They should call it Battleizer somewhere in the show, just say, oh, this is your Battleizer mode, so, or call the new Morpher key the Battleizer key, something like that. But, yeah, it was a really good episode. It was a solid episode. I want to give it again, this probably 4.25 stars. I thought it Power Bolts out of 5. I thought it was a really solid episode. No, I'll give 4.5 Power Bolts out of 5 because of the whole Zoe and Nate thing. I did like that in the personal stuff. And again, I love Betty and Ben. I gotta mention them in this episode because they were testing out the Cheetah Claws. It's cool to see that they're more than just comedy relief. They are helping the Rangers out. So. Yeah, those are my thoughts. So if you got to see this episode, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Or let me know your thoughts about anything Power Ranger Beast Morpher related in the comments below. And I'll be back with the next review. So until then, may the power protect you.